Yo, what's good, y'all? It's your boy Fresh King Johns back with another video. You feel me? So check this out. In today's video, I want to talk about Gabe Chen of Life is Strange True Colors, right? Now y'all see above my head right there, I have a little countdown timer. You feel me? We 9 days, 9 hours, 47 minutes and 12 seconds away from release day. So what I want to do in today's video is talk about the character Gabe Chen, right? Now the reason Gabe catches my interest is because, spoiler alert, if you haven't been watching the last trailers, if you haven't been watching the last few trailers, I'd recommend clicking off this video right now, because this discussion video does have a lot to do with the last couple of trailers we've received about Gabe Chen, right? So what we know about Gabe is that he's the older brother of the main protagonist character Alex Chen. They're brother and sister, right? He's the older sibling. And in the Meet Gabe Chen trailer, which I don't think I reacted to on this channel, I don't think I have. I think I missed a couple Meet the Character trailers I didn't react to, but in the Meet the Characters Gabe trailer, it says that when they were separated, that he had actually ended up going to juvenile detention, right? And she ended up going to foster care. So I'm guessing that's where they ended up being for like most of the time that they were separate. I mean, of course, juvenile detention ends after you turn a certain age, of course, but I'm saying like for most of their childhoods, I'm guessing they were separated. And Alex grew up in foster care while Gabe grew up somewhere else. It doesn't necessarily state that Gabe grew up in Haven Springs, but it does, you know, that is where he ended up being in his adult years, later years, as y'all see. But the reason why Gabe catches my interest is because, as we know from the trailers, he ended up dying. He ends up dying somehow. Gabe Chen will end up dying sometime along the Life is Strange True Colors game storyline, right? He'll end up passing away. Now, the thing I wanna discuss is like, how could Gabe have passed away? Because we know, I'm going off of context clues here. This is totally hit and miss. This is totally trial and error right here, right? We know that Life is Strange True Colors will revolve around the empathy type role, you know, the role of the empathetic. I know it's going to be a lot of I know it's going to be a very, very emotional game, to say the least. I know it's going to be emotionally driven. I know there's probably going to be lots of scenes in the game that's probably going to potentially make your boy tear up, you know what I'm saying? I know there's probably gonna be lots of scenes that it's gonna revolve around mental health and lots of emotions, right? Now, I have a couple of theories as to how Gabe Chen probably could have died. I don't watch any leaks, so if anybody does leak the game or leak any comments, I won't necessarily pay too much attention to it. I don't necessarily believe anything until I see it for myself anyways. But if there are a couple of leaked videos on you know, big story lore or something like that, I don't necessarily watch it. But a couple of theories I have in mind is, number one, Gabe Chen could have committed suicide, right? Gabe Chen could have probably committed suicide. And the reason why I say that is, it could be a total, it could be nothing related to suicide, right? It could be nothing related to suicide, but from the trailers, they keep saying death. They don't say murder. They don't say homicide. They don't say nothing. They just keep throwing the word death around, right? And the reason why I think he could have potentially committed suicide is because we know Life is Strange True Colors, Alex's main superpower is the power to feel other people's emotions, right? Her main superpower is to feel other people's emotions. It's an emotional power, right? She has to have an emotional power for a reason. You feel me? Max had the power to rewind time for a reason. It's so she could go back in time and save Chloe. Daniel had a superpower for a reason. It may have been for an action reason, but it wasn't necessarily, it was like, it's a kind of like, it helped him and Sean get out of certain predicaments in the past. You feel me? It helped them, if you got that certain ending, it helped them move the police control out of the way from the border so they could escape and go to Mexico. We also know that Alex has the power to read into people's thoughts and emotions, right? Now, what if Gabe was dealing with some sort of internal depression that he never told anybody about, right? And the only reason I say that is because looks can be deceiving, y'all. IRL, it doesn't matter. Virtual world, IRL, it doesn't matter. Looks can be deceiving. Some of the most depressed people are some of the happiest ones around. Like some of the people who have like a smile on their face 24/7. People who are like so energetic in public in front of other people are some of the most saddest ones behind closed doors. What if something happened to Gabe mentally, right? To where he could have just didn't necessarily want to live anymore. That's just one speculation of what I have. That's probably one potential way Gabe could have died in this game. I hope I'm wrong, because you don't ever want to see anybody give up on themselves. But we do know that Life is Strange True Colors will be choosing the route of emotions and empaths, and everybody in Life is Strange has a superpower for a reason. You feel me? What if Alex's superpower is connected to Gabe's death somehow? It is, but what if it's related to how Gabe died in a way? Not saying it's Alex's fault or nothing like that, but saying the reason why her superpower is the power of empathy is related to how Gabe could have died. That's what I'm trying to say. Potential reason number 2 Gabe could have died. He could have been murdered. He could have been murdered by somebody in Haven Springs. By who in Haven Springs? I have no idea, right? But the reason why I say he could have been murdered is because in one of the trailers, it mentioned that, I forgot who the cop's name was. I forgot who the sheriff's name was. Whoever the sheriff's name was, he was saying that Gabe's death was a tragic incident, right? And then Gabe's best friend, the dude in the record shop, who was talking to Alex in the gameplay reveal, right? It was like when Alex had touched Steph's instruments, and like, you trying to die? That person, the dude who says, and this guy who hands me the best beer is that guy, right? He briefly interrupted the sheriff and said Gabe's death was not a tragic incident. And then the sheriff, he his eyes got big, or he signaled like now's not the time, like that guy on the screen right to the left of Gabe. And then the sheriff's eyes got big, like he's trying to signal like now's not the time, like something like that. They're covering something up about Gabe's death that we don't know about, right? And we do know, I'm not saying that this translated into his adult years, but if Gabe grew up in a juvenile detention center, right? Y'all don't know juvenile detention centers where kids go when they've been bad, right? They're too bad to be around the other kids, right? It's like kid jail, right? It's like kid jail. We know he has a troubled history of back when he was a kid. What if he was in some type of dirty business that he's been keeping from Alex, or didn't necessarily want Alex to know about, or something like that? You know, it's just another hint or another throw out possibility that I think we can't ignore. You know, we all know, hey, when it comes to Square Enix games, trust me, when it comes to Square Enix games, every little detail is in the game for a reason. I'm telling you, like, they put every detail in the game because it means something towards that character's plot development. It means something as to how it shapes that character in some way, shape, or form. So that could be hint number 2. He was probably murdered. I don't know by who, or somebody probably could have killed him. The sheriff probably could have, I don't know, the sheriff probably could have murdered him for all we know. Or some other random character that we don't know about probably could have murdered him or accidentally killed him or something, for all we know. He could have been hit by a car, he could have been shot, he could have been stabbed, could have gotten to a heated argument with somebody, ended up getting killed. Who knows about that part? And the last speculation, or the last rumor of how Gabe probably could have died, we got suicide, we got murder. The last probably possible hint I'd probably think is of how he probably could have like passed away or something like that, is he probably ended up sacrificing his life to save somebody else, right? He probably could have been the unsung hero deep down on the inside. Maybe he took somebody else's death. You know, maybe he threw his own life away so somebody else could live, right? We all know Gabe is like this nice guy. He's already a beta. You feel me? He already took on the beta male role. But we all know Gabe is like this nice, kind-hearted guy. You know, based off of the trailers that we've watched, he's always cheerful. He's always smiling. He's always welcoming people into his heart, into his town, Haven Springs. It could have been a situation where somebody was probably about to die, and then he probably threw himself into the mix to push somebody else out of harm's way, or he probably could have sacrificed his own life so that somebody else could live. Who knows? There's lots of different possibilities. There's lots of different roads that Square Enix could take with this game. It's just a lot of different possibilities, but it just has me constantly thinking, because we all know, if we watch the trailers, we all know that Gabe is going to die sometime in True Colors. We just don't know how he's going to die, if that makes sense. Could it be by suicide? Could it be murder? Could it be that he saved someone else's life so that they could live over him? Could have been he could have been saving his kid. Now, I don't think that's his real kid. I don't think he's like the real birth father. I think he's just the stepfather. But he could be the stepfather. But y'all remember that I forgot what that kid's name was from the last trailer. Charlotte's son. I forgot Charlotte's son's name, but it could have been a situation where he was in trouble and he went to go save him so that the kid wouldn't die. He could have went down a hero. He could have died a hero. I don't know. Because we do know that kid liked to explore dangerous places, and that he kind of kept that from Charlotte, his mom. Alex told, he was like, oops, I shouldn't have told you that. That's what he told Alex, and Alex was like, don't worry about it. Me and Gabe used to get into stuff, all sorts of things when we were kids. Gabe could have possibly sacrificed his own life for Charlotte's son. I forgot Charlotte's son's name, so we're just gonna call him Charlotte's son. He could have possibly saved the little boy's life and ended up dying in the process. We don't know. There's like many roads are left open for this game. That's why I'm so like 9 days away. 9 days away is so close, but it's so far. If y'all get what I'm saying, like it's so close, but it's so far in a way. Cause like bruh, it's like less than 2 weeks, my guy. What are you talking about? It's like less than 2 weeks. But at the same time, it's like, damn, it's more than a week. You feel me? I just wish like this Friday was the 10th, you know. But anyways, man, that's gonna do it for today's video. Just a discussion video around Gabe Chen, you know, and the possibilities of what, you know, his whereabouts and what could have happened to him. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. It's your boy Fresh King Johns, man. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video, and I will catch y'all guys later. Peace.